right.
Okay.
Gotta get my notes.
Oh, I have notes for this one too.
Oh, yeah.
Not many, but a little bit.
We've heard a lot about these notes.
Oh, we have.
The notes.
We have indeed.
All right. Let's hurry up this podcast before these crowded streets.
See my nipple clamps?
No?
Oh.
I thought that was pretty good.
The
It's
street
it.
behind us is pretty empty.
That's the whole point. Before they get crowded.
Okay, now you see.
And we're back!
And we're back.
Welcome back.
That actually took some breath out of me for a second. I don't know why.
What?
I don't know. All right. We are doing
What are
the
we doing?
album that I requested. It's called the Dave Mattews Band Before These Crowded Streets, 1998 album.
That's a mouthful.
The genre is a jazz fusion mixed with let me get it right, a progressive rock, which I do think there are hints of progressive rock, but this is mostly jazz fusion.
I love prog rock.
Yeah.
Also jazz fusion.
The band members, well, I got a little list of stuff I'm going to run down before we start.
I was just gonna agree with you. Yeah,
Oh,
when I listened to this, in my mind, when I have to assign a genre to it, to me, what came up was orchestral jazz rock.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
a little
mine
more
was just-
broad, but still the jazz rock duo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mine was just rock. Some kind of older rock. Because you said this was when?
1998.
It's a while ago.
Yeah, pre 9/11.
Yes.
I mean,
Get to put that in the tags now.
Real quick, this is okay. Now I have to ask.
About 9/11? It happened. It's real.
No, yeah, I know that. What's y'all's benchmark for deciding when kids are young or not? No. You're like, wow, this kid was born this year. I'm like, oh my god.
Is this gonna be the trailer
I feel
that we
old.
post on Instagram?
Probably.
9/11. When the fuck are kids old enough?
Mm-mm. Not when they are old enough. It's like,
That's
it's
what
like
you said.
no. But I meant this. How I thought it in my head is like, wow, you were born then, kid. Oh my gosh, I'm old. That feeling of like, oh my gosh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when you meet like a 3-year-old and he says he was born in 2020.
Well, I'm
you're
at-
like, oh my gosh.
I feel like we should save this for a midnight snacks.
Yeah, let's save it.
'Cause I don't want to distract from the
Yeah, we're here for Dave
the
Matthews.
focus.
Damn, my twos.
All right, so the band members are obviously Dave Matthews. He is the lead vocal and acoustic guitar.
Oh, I got.
You have Carter Buford, who is the drums, percussion, backup vocals. He's basically the number 2 guy. He's the guy that if they need something, they go get him.
What's his name again?
Carter Beau. It's kind of Cajun-y. Second word or second name.
Oh,
Buford.
Beau.
Buford.
Is that how you say it?
Eau.
Yeah.
Beau.
Buford.
Buford.
All right, I guess the Cajun spell it differently. Then you got Lee. You got Leroy Moore. Sorry, just when he said that, and then I had to read Leroy. It was just he does the saxophone, the penny whistle, the bass clarinet. So yeah, he's
I've heard that. I heard that sax in there or something.
yeah. I don't know what a penny whistle is, and I still don't know what a penny whistle is.
I don't know either.
It's a penny whistle.
You got Boyd Tinsley, who is the acoustic violin, who is one of the best violinists in my opinion, just in general. He's one of the best. And then they have a guest who's on every song, and he ends up joining the band after this album. His name is Tim Reynolds, who's just overall guitarist. And then the producer, Steve Lillywhite, I added his name because he's a big reason on why this album actually got created. 2 things that I thought were interesting. The band all met in a bar, and Dave wasn't a performer. He was a waiter. Everyone else was a performer. He started talking to them, and then that's how they became friendly and all that.
What a colonizer.
Yeah, yes. Number 2 is, what was I gonna say? Oh man, this is bad. Number 2, they rented a studio out before they even wrote one lyric.
Really?
Yeah.
They were that confident?
They were that
They were
confident.
Like, we got the juices flowing.
Yep.
All right.
It debuted on the
like it.
Billboard 200 and made it to number 1 on the Billboard 200 that year.
Damn.
What about
Most
Billboard
songs-
100?
Most of the songs, not all, but most, end with a musical interludes, which were undeveloped songs from the band. So those
Oh.
bits at the
Yeah,
end,
I have.
those are
some,
underdeveloped songs that they are never going to use.
I have some feelings on those.
It's
I,
just-
I also have feelings on those.
Okay. Didn't sound great. The first album, the whole band all played a part in making. They all had a say. They all wrote it. It
In
wasn't
what?
just Dave and
Is this
Steve
is
and
this the first album?
no. This is their 3rd ever album.
Oh, okay.
And they all had a part in making
They
it?
all had a major part in writing this. They all had the veto and all that stuff for any little bit.
The veto.
The veto.
The song, well, I guess I'll save it for when that song comes up. Machead is a famous song from the band that was supposed to be on this album that they cut for time, and it has never been released.
What's it called?
Machead. It's never been released.
But it's popular?
It's very popular because it's like one of those like things
Lost
like,
media?
oh, this, yeah. Like, oh, this would have been a really good song because they talk about it and
It's like
interviews
the
and
worst
stuff.
song ever.
Yeah, I don't know. It got glowing reviews from critics when it was first released. The cover is a street near the Empire State Building, and the coffee rings are from a real napkin that somebody had.
Those are coffee rings?
Yep.
I'm gonna look at the.
This album was
Album
much
cover.
darker and talked about heavier themes than their previous albums, and they would continue to do this
Oh,
about these albums. You didn't pick up on that?
no.
Wow.
Like-
Dark themes in the
Yeah,
album.
I didn't
Very
think-
dark and heavy themes.
Did you think about any dark things while listening to this
Not, I
album?
mean, serious themes. I wouldn't consider them dark or heavy.
Wow, you're going
I
to take
didn't
your
look-
words back when I tell you what these songs are about.
I didn't look too deep into them. I took it.
Yeah,
I kinda took 'em at
just
face
based off
value.
of a listen. I didn't pick up anything dark or heavy. Serious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Serious topics.
Serious topics.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. Most of these songs.
What do you call
Yeah,
it?
but
Dark.
like dark and heavy, no.
Like, for example,
What's a
which one was it? Don't Drink the Water is
Oh my
about
gosh.
the colonist treatment of the Native Americans
Oh, I thought it was like
throughout the years of
Flint,
a
Michigan.
colonial America.
That was Flint.
Pretty serious topic.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what I
So
thought.
it's not about Flint, Michigan.
No.
Oh.
I mean, maybe they use that as a location, but it's not about Flint, Michigan, though. It's about Native American treatment
Oh, I thought
through the years.
you didn't get the joke, did you?
Because Don't Drink the Water. No, I got it.
Okay.
Just
You
wasn't
were supposed to laugh.
good enough.
Oh. Well.
Not funny.
So first song is
Oh yeah.
Pantala Naga Pampa. Anyone has a guess what that means?
Does it actually mean something?
It actually means
What
something.
language is it?
I have no idea. I think I saw it, but I didn't write it.
Oh, so
Does
you
it
don't
mean
know.
I just know what it means.
Oh, so you do know what it means. Can
Yeah.
I get a hint?
ass pants?
Close.
Really?
Yep.
Why? Why?
Yeah, I don't have a
I'm
guess
not
for this.
gonna
I have a python in my pants. Is
that
what
actually
that
what that
song
means?
means. Yep,
There's no way.
that's what it means. Look
I
it up.
I don't believe it.
Look it up.
Interesting.
Later.
All right.
Okay.
Well, it's not Spanish.
No.
Might be Latin, to be honest.
I don't know.
It gives me very Latin vibes.
They did talk about Latin in the documentary I watched about the album.
All right,
There's
you
a
watched the whole.
documentary?
Dude, you watched the whole. Damn, dude.
Yeah, I was prepared.
Damn.
Yep.
Yeah, good for you.
Thank you.
I didn't do as much because I just finished finals, so
Same.
I've been enjoying my
They're good.
summer.
I've been working all summer and taking an online class, so
Yeah. I've been busy too.
Busy doing his Foodies
Oh yeah.
information search. All right.
So I have a python in my pants. I think it's a fun.
No, you don't.
It's a fun start to the album. It's not much of anything. It's just kind of fun. I got it. Yeah.
It's just.
Yeah,
there.
it's just kind of fun.
It's just kind of there, honestly.
Yeah, I it's not big. I just think it's a fun opening, and it fits with the
okay,
song
okay,
coming
okay.
up.
Yeah, I think it's good. It's
Yeah.
a nice little intro. That's really all it is.
Yeah,
just
it's
an
what,
intro.
41 seconds, something like
It's
that.
something like
exactly
that, yeah.
41 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just checking. It is by far the shortest thing on
Definitely.
this album.
It really leads in well to Rapunzel, which is the next song.
Rapunzel's a good song.
Yep.
Was that your segue?
I guess it can be. Decent one. Thank you, man.
This is.
I did that just to piss off Silas.
This is.
Here's my laugh.
No, I don't know. Wait, what'd you do to piss me off?
You didn't see me?
No, the bow?
Yeah.
That's fine. It's
Oh.
whatever. This song is one of the songs on the album
It is a song.
that I have feelings about.
Well, the
I
speak
hope
'em.
you'd have feelings about him. What are your feelings?
Speak 'em, sister.
I like this song. I do.
Nice
You
opinion.
were, you were thinking I was gonna say that I disliked it.
No, I thought you would say more than just I like it.
I think it's like one of the. It's like a middle. It's in the middle of my. It's on the upper end of the middle of my tier list. of
Okay.
these songs.
These songs. So the
Yeah.
first two?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really even consider the first song part of the album.
Well,
Like,
That's
It just-
totally
It
understandable.
doesn't click as part of the whole album. Maybe because of the length difference.
I like how it goes into Rapunzel though. That's
It
why
does-
I include
it.
it.
does do that. That's
Yeah.
the one good thing. It's like the
I
last,
treat it
the
as
last 15 seconds are good.
I treat it as the segue that we're so famous for. I treat it as the segue
that
to the
we're so
actual
famous
album.
for?
Yeah.
With
Alright.
with the intro, I don't count it for or against the album.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I don't
That
count
like
it for or against.
even if I love it, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna count it towards like the score of the album.
So
Even
it's
if I hate
similar.
it.
It's similar to that song that one band. This is good information. That one band did about the dead guy that we did a review on.
What's it? Louis' song? You talking about that?
I think
For
so.
Black Country New Road?
Yeah, I think it was Black Country New Road.
Not Louis' song.
Because that was a good.
Mark's
It was Mark's
Mark's
theme.
theme.
That's what it was.
Louis is that was his uncle's name.
Oh,
Mark.
oh,
Wait,
okay.
Mark's theme was in the middle of the album, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, and
Yeah, but-
I don't consider like.
But it wasn't
This is a
anything.
40-second song, and
Mark's
it's
theme was 2 minutes.
considered the intro.
Was it?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought
Mark's
it was
theme was
shorter.
much longer, so I
Okay.
do count that.
Yeah, I
Okay.
do too.
If it was an instrumental song and like the first track is like a 2-minute song, I'm
Yeah.
gonna count that.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it
If
was
it's
shorter.
anything
But-
over a minute, I'm gonna count.
But yeah, but for this, a 40-second no, this is not.
Especially
I'm
when
not gonna
every
count
other
that.
song is like almost 5 times as long as that.
Yeah, but for me,
How long is?
Rapunzel, I'm gonna be honest. At first, it was a bit. I like the other songs more than Rapunzel. It's because Rapunzel's really oddly tempoed.
Okay.
Very
I like that.
oddly tempoed at the beginning. Like it from like the beginning until like 2/3 into the song. It's
Mhm.
oddly tempoed.
There is a running theme, at least in my head, of them not starting particularly well for me
Mm.
in a lot of their songs. Not all, but a lot of their songs, I don't think they start very well, and I think they pick it up near the end of the songs.
gonna be honest.
I'm gonna agree with that
Yeah.
actually.
But I think
A
that's,
good
but
bit.
that is, I've seen more Dave Matthews than this. This is kind of how they do it.
I
They
think this
they
one
save
has-
the best till the end.
It's been a while since I've listened to this song all the way through, like with a clear mind.
Okay.
Like obviously I listened to it, but anyways, I think this one this has one of the better openings in the album.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
mostly because of how I like how it goes, like it starts. Like
Mhm.
it doesn't lead up. It starts. It
Yeah.
goes. It's all gas from the
Yeah,
from the start.
but I think they do that because of I have a python in my pants.
I'd agree with that.
Because it segues into it.
You don't.
What do you mean? Oh. So, the next song, it made me stop. Almost last stop.
Wait.
But,
Oh, I had one more. One more
He
thing
fell
to
into
say.
the trap finally. Yes.
Like
I'm
again,
not going to do
like,
it.
Like,
It's all Silas now.
like I said, it was a little bit awkward at the beginning, but
Mhm.
the second part, which starts at around 2 minutes, makes up for the choppy, awkward tempo that just didn't work in the beginning. And so I overall enjoyed this, and it's on my playlist
Yeah,
it's
oh,
also on my playlist.
it's both songs are on my playlist so far. I forgot to mention
as well for me.
Panta Nagla Pampa is not mine.
Oh, okay.
that. Yeah, you don't have a python in your pants.
Oh,
anyways,
you got him, babe.
There's this. You'll see this with a lot of the songs that
Thanks,
come
babe.
up on this album. It feels like it's divided into 2 parts, 2 or 3 parts.
Mhm.
Every single
The
song-
album itself?
No, like every single song within the album
Oh,
is
yes.
divided
I
up
agree
into
with
multiple
that.
parts.
Yes.
Like, it's different songs almost.
Yes.
And I think another song that does this a lot, this idea of having different songs a
Mhm.
lot clearer, is The Last Stop.
Yeah.
Which is what we're talking about now. That's how you do it.
My segue was better. I know it cut Gio off, but it was better. Let Gio start. We hadn't started yet.
Since you cut him off last time.
So, yeah, gotta get my nipple clamps already.
Oh,
His choice, by the way.
What?
We didn't force him to do that.
They were gifts from Silas. Listen, all right. So the first time I heard this album was on the way back home from Foodies finding Silas,
Oh, yeah.
and we did listen to a decent bit of it,
Mhm.
not the whole thing, but the song that caught my attention the most on the first listen was this one,
Yes.
The Last Stop. Because like, I don't know, maybe like a minute into the song, I look over at Austin and I'm like, is this like Arabic vocal
It was
trill
very
music?
Egyptian. It was
Yeah.
very like Egyptian
Yeah.
based.
And
Is
I was
that
like, what the fuck is this? And he's like, even I don't know. Because, this was his first time, like...
Yeah.
Or he was recommending this album, which he hadn't heard.
Mhm.
So I was really shocked
You
when the
haven't heard
song...
any of the music on this?
I only had heard Crush and Stay before
Okay.
I had picked this album.
Okay.
I was recommended this album.
But yeah, so I was shocked when this song came on. Because, again, it sounded like Arabic or Egyptian music or some shit like that.
Mhm.
And it's jazzy as fuck towards
Yes.
the end. It's
Yes.
very jazzy. And after a couple listens, I thought this song was good.
Yeah.
This is a good song. It's on my playlist. It's an enjoyable song. It's very, very interesting. It's one of the most unique songs I've ever heard, especially from a man that's called Dave Matthews.
Yes, if you research him and you research the band he's not just a normal, typical white guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely different, and I think the Cajun helps. The Last Stop is about war in the Middle East, by the way.
Yeah, I definitely picked up on
Oh,
that. I actually thought it was like, I knew it was regarding the
I-
Middle East, but I thought it was more so about religion.
I did not pick up
Which
on any of these.
kind of when you
undertones.
Yeah,
when
I
you
mean,
take
yeah,
into account religion and war,
Yeah.
inextricably linked. But
Yeah.
I thought it was more so about religion.
Yeah, because I mean, as long as there's been religion in that place, there's been war.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
So
you.
I picked up on that.
So, story time, real quick.
'Kay.
I barely picked up on any of these undertones because when I was listening to this album, I barely had any time to listen to the album the whole way through.
Mhm.
So I had to cut it up into bits and pieces while I was distracted doing other things.
Yeah.
Like,
for my job.
did you even manage to like listen to a song?
Yes, I did. The
through?
second time I got it all the way
It's
through.
actually kind of what I did because
The first time I had to chop it up into bits and pieces.
yeah. So when I was the only way that I really listened to this album was while I was doing my 10-minute walkings, like with my crutches, because I didn't to prevent blood clots right after my surgery. So that's how I was actually listening to the album as well. It was like a song at a time, a song every 2 hours. So like
Yeah.
the
Oh,
max
these-
I got was like 5 songs a day.
Yeah, these are longer songs, by the way. They're
These are
normally
all
like
quite
seven
long, yeah.
7 minutes.
The
Yeah, the
shortest
average.
song on this album, besides the first one, is
Yeah.
It's like 5 minutes.
It's
or
like
something.
5 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, like for example, I watched the documentary, and Dave said their songs are long because they hold nothing back. Anything that's good, they believe is good. All of them believe is good. They will use. And so if it's 7 minutes, it's 7 minutes.
I like that. I respect that. That makes me view these songs a little differently now.
Okay.
I will say though, the length was something that like hindered me at first when listening to this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because I was so segmented in listening to it, and I couldn't devote like a lot of brain power to listening to it.
Yeah.
Which is probably why I missed a lot of these things. But this is a song that I didn't like the first listen. I strongly disliked it the first listen. Second listen, something just clicked, and I loved
The
this
jokes
song.
write themselves.
The Last Stop.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love The Last Stop, especially like it's like 3 minutes and like 20 seconds into it, it switches.
Yes.
It is fast.
Yeah.
Like jazzy
Yes.
rock with a little bit of that Egyptian undertone still,
Yes.
and it just
That's-
kills. And I think this is where Dave Matthews' vocals shine, his roughness in his voice.
Yeah.
I just love oh, it's so good.
I
When he's like roaring at the very
Yes.
yes, it's so good. It's so good. So I really like this song. If you can't tell,
is it on your playlist?
it is yes.
Playlist?
Yeah.
Okay. The Last Stop for me, I love the parts that you're talking about and you're talking about.
Mhm.
Especially.
Starting
It's just 3 minutes I'm not a fan of.
Just what?
The first 3 minutes, I'm not a
Oh,
fan
really?
of. Yeah.
I enjoyed
And
the
I'm
entire
not
thing.
gonna
Yeah.
listen to 3 minutes of a song just to listen to 2 minutes of a part that I
this
like.
is kind of like
Although-
the Chain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Shane starts out much better, in my opinion.
I don't know. I really liked the start of this one. Like
Yeah.
at first I didn't like it
Mhm.
because I was like, whoa, this is like very different. The Egyptians like throwing me off.
Mhm.
I'm calling it Egyptian. I don't know if it is or not. It
It's
just reminds me of that.
Arabic. That's
Yeah,
what they
and I'm-
said in
I'm
the
like,
doc. It was Arabic.
whoa,
Oh
that's-
fuck! What? Really?
Yeah, it was Arabic.
I said Arabic vocal trills. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, whoa, what is this? This is weird. I'm not sure about this. But then I thought about it. I was like listening to it. The second time I was listening to it back, and I was like, oh wait,
Mhm.
I kind of like it. I
Yeah.
understand why it's here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It just doesn't do it for me, the first. But now the end is a banger. One of the best endings to their songs on these albums.
Pretty good.
I just can't put it on my playlist because most of the song can't be not enjoyable to me.
Mhm.
I think overall, if I had to grade it, it'd be a 5. Just because if I never listen to it again, I never listen to it again. If I listen to it again, I'll say out loud, I love the ending. So that's just where I'm at with that song. It's not on my playlist. That's just the way I feel about it. And I love that y'all liked it, though. Because my first listen, I liked it. Because how different it was. And then when I kept listening and I heard all the other songs, I just kind of felt they kind of lost me there at the beginning. All right, start us off.
Don't Drink the Water. I didn't care for the song at all. Still don't care
Wow.
for it. Not a fan of it. It's on the lower end of it. And this is something that you'll find about me and Dave Matthews. There's a lot of time where he repeats stuff.
Mhm.
Like his "Don't drink the water, there's blood in the water." He says it like
He
7
does say
times,
it a
and
lot.
I strongly dislike it.
Dang.
I strongly dislike it.
Wow.
Probably one of my least favorite songs on the album. I don't like that.
You want to know a fun fact?
Broski,
What?
hateful.
That is Dave Matthews' favorite song he's ever recorded. And he
I-
believes that's his best song of all time.
I will go back and listen to it again after this. That one part.
No,
is
no,
the part that
it's
sticks in my
Dave's
head.
opinion.
Yeah, I'll go back and listen. If an artist tells me if it's his best work, I want to go and listen again to make sure I'm not being too harsh. But
And-
right now, as I'm saying this, the only part of the song that stuck out in my head enough to actually remember for this is "Don't drink the water that's blood in the water." Don't drink. It's just it's so annoying. And I will say, the first time I really sat down and listened, or not sat down and listened to this, I was cleaning an AV closet, like a huge closet out of spite. I was cleaning it out of spite, and this was a song that came on.
Okay.
I was listening to it where I was like getting upset.
Well, it only helped.
Yeah, it did not help.
It's a very angry song.
It is an incredibly angry song, and I was like, I hate how it keeps saying, "There's blood in the water. There's nothing in the water."
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there sweeping. I'm just getting madder and madder and madder until I just go outside and I like explode.
That the blood in the water was supposed to represent, especially white people today, telling natives that oh, y'all shouldn't have done that. Like, it's their fault. You know what I mean? That's it. That was his. Like most of the song is about him being a colonialist at the time, telling them get out of here and all that. And then it switches. Yeah, and it switches to him saying that the people in 1998, which true and still can be true but less, is the Native Americans' fault for all that, or a lot of it, because they took bad deals and all that stuff. But if there's someone pointing a gun at you, you're gonna take the deal. Sorry,
it was a bad deal, man. You shouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
So I understand you, Silas. It took me like 4 listens to like it. It took me multiple listens to like it. Initially, it's just like it's very quite repetitive and like kind of the same thing. But once I did like it, I really enjoyed it. And what made me like it so much is, like Austin said, the end. The ends are really, really good. The beginning is like kind of iffy, and it is "Don't drink the water," "Blood in the water" over and over again.
For like a solid 2 minutes.
Yeah, but then if you can get past that and then learn to not dislike the beginning, then you will like this song quite a bit.
It's like it's kind of similar to what you said. If I don't like a part of the song, I'm not gonna listen to it like the whole. And I think usually I'm okay with like the chain. I listen to a good majority. I agree. Granted, I like the chain all throughout.
Yeah.
But if there's a part of a song I really don't like strongly, I'm not gonna listen to it.
We're comparing the chain a lot to all these songs.
Well, it's a long song with a payoff.
It's a long song with a slow startup and then a really big payoff.
That's kind of a lot.
That's a lot of these songs.
Yeah, and this is like the first time where there's a pause in the music that goes into an ending bit, right?
I don't know if it's the first time Dave Matthews ever done it.
No, but like this is one of those songs that actually like you can tell. Oh, it's a change. It's a different song.
Well, yeah. They make that clear.
I don't like that.
Okay.
I don't. It gives us just enough, and it's like I'm sitting there waiting, and I don't like that there's silence. I don't like the silence. There could have been a vocal, or there could have been like an instrumental fade off or something like that. I don't know. I just didn't care for like the bits where it's like 20 seconds of silence into a whole different song. Threw everything off for me. Didn't like it. I understand why he did it now that you said it. I still doesn't mean I like it.
Yeah. Okay. Don't Drink the Water to me, definitely not my fave. It has, like what y'all are saying, taken, especially Gio, kind of taken me a while. It's kind of repetitive, and I agree that while repetitive is fine, if it's 7 minutes, it's not as good. Like, you'd have to be really, really good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think Dave does a good job in this song, but it's not enough for me. And so it loses points, but the more I keep listening to it, the more I enjoy it, and it just scraped by onto my playlist.
Nice.
Right?
Like, with more listens to me, it just keeps on getting better.
And I just wanted to say a thought before we move on to the next song. What Silas is talking about with maybe not understanding it as clearly is his voice isn't as understandable as most artists. And I think that actually helps him in this like style of music that he's chosen for him in the band. But if you it can come across as white noise if you're talking. You know what I mean?
That's a good joke.
Thank you. I was hoping one of you got it.
All right. Let's quit wasting time.
I was gonna say that. Good one. Hey, Jim. That was a good one.
Nice.
All right, so Stay Wasting Time was one of the 2 songs that I heard before this album. So I already knew it, and I already liked it. It was already on my playlist. But now I've listened to it several times. And it has not lost any luster for me. I still think it's one of the better songs on the album. I think it's very, I don't want to say catchy, because that's kind of not his style. But to me, like, the way to explain it is, it's more catchy than a lot of these other songs.
Yes.
Yeah. It's more like you either catch it or you don't.
I don't have very many notes on the song actually, but that's not really a bad thing. It's just
no.
the fact that I actually knew I'd like this song within 3 seconds.
Really?
Just the guitar strings were just that catchy.
Yes.
So within 3 seconds, I was like, you can cut it off, add it to my liked songs, move on. Next song.
They really do a good job with several instruments. Well, they do it for most of the songs, by the way. I know we're not propping up the instrumentalist. Is that what you call them?
No, I will. Go back real quick. Last stop. That like 3 minutes 20 seconds when it changes.
Yeah.
And it starts going on those riffs. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, these are very.
Euphoric. It's euphoric.
These are very talented musicians, at least in my opinion.
Oh, they know.
And it seems to be in our opinion. These are very, very talented guys that, from what I've seen, don't get as much credit as they definitely should.
Yeah.
They are definitely better than, like, ranking-wise. Because none of these guys are, like, in the top 10, top 15 of, like, guitarists in all time. And I think, maybe not in the top 10, top 15, but I think mention is deserving. Like, a mention at least. Because they are very talented people. And it's crazy that Dave, he's very talented in himself. And I think he's maybe the least talented out of all of them. I do. I think that.
No, it's just funny.
Honestly, like the violinist and then the saxophonist.
Saxophone
are,
was
to me,
crazy.
the highlights of this album.
And there's a song coming up where the violinist really knocks it off. But we're not talking about
There's
that song.
2 of them.
Oh,
coming up real
yeah.
So I feel bad for the song. I was still so mad from Don't Drink the Water that I didn't like. This faded out of my mind the first time I heard it. I didn't even think about it.
Mm.
Second time I went back, instant add. It's the last song I added to my. It's the last song I added on this album.
Really?
Yeah,
Last
like-
minute ad or just the last one you added?
Like I think I added it 2-3 days ago
Okay.
before recording this, but I like this song.
Hmm.
It's like a medium length song. I think it's like 6 minutes and 30 seconds.
Mhm.
Is it?
Somewhere around there. I'm not on the.
It's a
screen
good
right
song.
now.
I love how slow it gets during the time. It's like stay tight. Like little.
Yeah.
It's like hook, I guess you call it. Almost.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. I think it's great. Definitely in my upper echelon of songs from this album.
Okay.
If I was telling someone to listen to Dave Matthews for the first time, it'd be this song or another song that's coming up. I'd be like, hey, listen to this song if you want.
But out of only the songs you've heard off the album, you would pick the 2. One now and one coming up.
Yeah, there is another one that I would say listen to, but it's more of those like, you gotta be like ready for it.
Okay.
Because like it
Well,
touches you the first time.
we'll get there.
Yeah, I'll talk about it later.
So, Gio, what is your favorite holiday?
That's a great question.
Is it Christmas?
Oh, Labor Day.
Dude, I love Labor Day.
All right.
Sorry that took so long, but yeah. Labor Day.
Okay.
Hey.
There's a
Austin,
holiday I'm thinking of
Austin.
that have a lot of
What's your favorite holiday?
Halloween.
Alright.
It was a segue. Thank you, Gio, for shitting on
I love how you're making it so hard for him to do.
It's Labor
a
Day.
segue.
Anyway,
Is that like genuinely your favorite holiday?
Yeah.
really?
So, we'll talk about it later.
Just because you get the day off?
Yeah,
It's
but
kind of funny.
also because
That could be a podcast conversation, favorite holiday. Anyway,
I'll say it.
well, hold on. Let me give there's a little note here for
Okay,
the song.
yes, this might change how I feel about it.
Well, that shouldn't be the case. There's a song called Help Myself that was an unused song for this album. Was going to be in place of Halloween, but they took it out because they wrote a song for the movie Scream 2 called Halloween, and they felt that song was better and they could not leave it out of their newest album coming up. So Halloween took place of the song Help Myself, and I haven't looked it up to see if they've ever released Help Myself.
Wait, this is in
too?
Scream?
Scream 2, the movie. They
This
made this song for that
it.
movie,
Alright.
Huh.
and it's called Halloween.
So this actually doesn't change the way I feel about it.
Yeah, I was just telling you, it's
Well,
just a fact.
perfect. Because you want to know what the fuck I said in my notes?
What?
Haunting background vocals, strings off of a horror movie soundtrack.
Yep.
I got that fucking ear, dog.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
do.
you are the most musical one out of all of us.
You're
But
musically inclined.
yeah, so I mean, first of all, the name Halloween kind of insinuated it, but I mean, it also didn't mean that it had to be off of a fucking
Yeah.
horror movie soundtrack.
It just happened to be.
Yeah, it just turns out that my description was really, really good.
Mhm.
But yeah, for the majority of the song, first listen, I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, it's not like a bad "What the fuck is this?" It's just like,
Mhm.
this is quite
Aw.
interesting. But then like the first listen as well, it just hit me. I was like, "This is an absolute banger."
Wow.
Favorite part is the second to last minute where he just starts screaming with the strings in the background.
Uh-huh.
I think I gotta go back and listen to that part.
Yeah, and then so I think one of the reasons why I like this so much is because fuck, what song was it? Where he was just like screaming towards the end. I forgot. I think it the last
Stop.
The last stop is probably
It's
that.
definitely Last Stop.
I didn't notice that until you guys mentioned it, but again, he has a similar vocal style on here. Where one of the reasons why I think I like this song so much is because he has if you strip away the instruments and just put him on like a thrash metal song with like fast ass drums and then fat ass guitar riffs, electric guitar riffs, it could literally just be a thrash metal song. And I think that's one of the reasons why I like this song so much. It's because his vocal style is so similar to thrash metal, which I like, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you could literally just solo his vocals and throw them on a thrash metal song, and you have a Dave Matthews thrash metal album.
I think you should do that. But I will say, did not like the song.
I concur.
Whoa.
Did not like the song.
Whoa!
I think with
Scream
the
2
the roaring part, Last Stop did it better.
Yes.
Last Stop
Okay.
I agree.
It also, I'm sitting here looking at the lyrics. It repeats every single bar at least 3 times.
Well,
So annoying.
the reason why I give it a little bit of credence is because this song was designed for a movie. So, like, you don't hear... The song was created for, you know, to not hear all of that.
Yeah.
It's supposed to just hit in certain parts that the movie requires. But they just felt that it was better and a song that they couldn't leave out than Help Myself. Which makes me interested to hear what Help Myself is. Because I don't like Halloween, and neither does he. And you like Halloween.
You probably fucking hate Help Myself then.
Probably. I don't know.
If they think it's better,
Well,
or if it's worse.
But Halloween does have some... It most closely relates to Last Stop. But I will say that I like Dave singing on Last Stop way more. And he does sing more on Last Stop than Halloween, which I think Halloween could use more Dave singing. I think it should be more of a ramp up than it is.
The repetitiveness just kills this song for me. It sinks it. It like shoots it in the back of the head and like lets
I don't
it
disagree.
sink in the water. One of my least favorite songs on this album.
Yeah.
I don't like this song. And I'm sorry I'm being so mean to this song. I'm usually not mean to these albums if you've gone back and watched
yeah,
the
you
album
have
reviews.
been mean for the past like 2 songs.
I don't know.
This and
I wonder if you're going to throw Stones next.
The Last Stop. Oh no, Don't Drink the Water. Sorry.
Yeah, those 2 songs are the ones I've been the meanest on.
Yeah.
The Stone, I have very meddling feelings about. This is the most it's better than Don't Drink the Water or Halloween, but it's really just subpar than that. There's one part near the middle where it's like you would do the same for me, and I do the same for you. That part I really like that part. It's really good. I wish it was in a different song.
There's always something to like in a Dave Matthews song. Whether you like the whole song or not is up to you, but there's always something that somebody's like, oh, that was good.
Yeah.
Because they are so different and they are so creative, and they're not like set in stone on one particular way in each song. Like you.
Yeah.
But I want to like this song. I want to add it to my playlist so badly. It's like sitting right there on the cusp. If I listen to it maybe 3 more times, I'll probably add it.
Okay.
But right now,
How many times have you heard it?
3 times, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay. Well, now
That I
you
can
guys
think of.
fucking understand why I listen to albums so much. Because I remember early on in album reviews, you were like, Gio, if you don't make up your fucking mind by 3 listens,
I
what the
still
fuck are
do
you
that.
doing?
I still make up my mind by 3, except for very few songs.
Yeah.
This is
This is
he could benefit.
This is
to
one of the
6
albums where if I
listens.
listened to it another 2 times, I probably would have different feelings.
You know what I was
Because-
telling Austin in the car? I
What?
wish I had another day to listen to this because my top 3 rankings are changing.
Well,
Yes,
I already
this
pushed
song-
it. I already personally pushed this back a couple of days, so
Yeah,
You
I
did.
I
mean,
gave you more time.
yeah, you did, but
And I still didn't think about it. But this song, it has all the makings to be good. I just think it's a little slow in some areas, and just not in a good way.
Okay.
I want to
Alright.
add it. It's about the most middle
middle of the road.
of the road song there is. If there's an average song on this
the
album,
Stone.
it's probably the Stone. I mean, it's like a good foundation.
It is right. It's
It's
literally
like a
quite
good
in the
Stone
middle.
foundation for the thing.
Yeah.
I think it's the Last Stop in my opinion. I think that's the most.
Well, I mean, that
mid.
is because you thought half of it was good and then
Yeah.
half of it was boring.
Yes.
So.
The
do you
Stone
think?
for me was, I'm similar with y'all. I've heard it more times than definitely Silas. I'm not 100% sure with you. How many times have you listened to the whole album?
The whole album?
Yeah.
5.
5? But you've listened to songs more than 5 times?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Stone, probably like 7 or 8.
Okay, I'm right around with you then.
Okay.
Because the Stone, I was iffy on, similar to Silas, but I came around on it and it is added.
Okay.
Like I said, mine's teetering. Like it's just.
I think it's.
Something
I think
pushing.
it's.
I'm interested to see what your number rating is on the Stone. We normally don't do song ratings, but where do you like put it?
Well, I can say it now because it's not in my top 3. So I'm
can
going
do
to
the
say it
same.
now.
Yeah.
I mean, like out of 10, like.
Oh,
once you, like,
I got
score
you.
out of 10, like, and you too, you can say it. I feel
6.8.
like 6.8.
I want to add it. So, well, actually, I'll give it a 5.8 then,
Okay.
because that's right on the. I think a 6 is an ad for me probably.
I'd go with
9
6.5.
6.8. It's or I mean
5.8.
5.8. Sorry, I really want to add it.
Me and
There's
Silas
just
are
something
similar
that's-
on this song.
It's just something that's holding me back.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
you are really high on it.
I am actually quite high on
Okay.
it.
You don't have to tell me, but yeah.
So, are you done with your opinion?
Yeah,
So,
you can
okay.
move on.
Yeah, so like
I'm kinda crushing on you right
the
now.
instrument. Listen,
Sorry, I thought it was a segue.
you know, I'm flattered.
I can't
I
believe
love how I'm taking a back seat this time for segues. And
that's
just
going to
letting
have
y'all
to be
just go.
left in now, isn't it, Mark? Anyway.
The instruments.
I love taking a back seat.
So for the Stone, I thought this is really good song. The instrumental rhythms on this track are insane.
Mhm.
From the start to the end. The start being literally just like, I guess, violin strings. Even just that. The instruments go insane. The drums, the strings, the sax. I think this is an absolute banger as well.
Okay.
So the last minute of the instrumental outro is like insane. Not the very last. You know what I'm talking about? Like a.
The last bit? The ending?
So there's
the different song at the end?
Yeah, not the different song. I'm
Okay.
not
Just
talking
don't-
about that.
Oh, yeah.
This one
We've
has-
passed a couple of those different songs. None of them
Really
stuck out to any of you?
I will say, though,
no.
I
Like
will-
the extra, like kind of, it completely changes
Everything
the
about the song.
vibe and color
Yes.
of the song.
Mhm.
I'm not a fan.
I don't hate it, but also like why?
So you wish they didn't do it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like for
will say-
multiple songs on this album,
That's-
just go into a whole nother song. Like don't
Exactly.
it kind of takes away
Well, they
from
do.
the. Yes, but it goes, okay, we're gonna do like this. I thought it was like, like in theaters, like a intermission.
It kind
If
of is.
they play that live, I think that's what it would be for. But it doesn't have to
Yeah.
be on a record.
Here's the thing, though.
What's up?
This is part of the reason I won't add it. I think this has the longest pause
Mm.
between like the start or the end of the actual song and the start of the mini song. This thing is like 40 seconds almost.
Well, I'm not
Yes.
counting.
That's so
Yeah,
long
yes.
that I were just sitting
Yes
there in
and no.
silence.
The ending also has a thing, which I don't know if you want to consider it a whole nother song as well. But it is a complete tonal shift,
Yeah, exactly. And it like throws you off
which
the-
is like a minute 40 to 2 minutes,
Yeah, like,
which is the
punches
longest.
you.
But there's
I'm
no
like,
song
ooh.
right after. But
Mhm.
yeah, so for me, I do think this is a really good song. But that last thing kind of takes me out of the beautiful, grandiose moment that the Stone manages to build up over the span of like 6 minutes.
Okay.
I can agree with that.
And I think this is a really good example of what I said, orchestral jazz rock. The Stone
agree
is
with
an
that.
incredibly good example of it.
The Stone, for example, for me is one that I actually quite like the ending more than the beginning. I like the ending more than the beginning on the Stone.
I like the middle of the Stone more.
Yeah,
I think
and I'm
that's
not.
the highlight.
yeah, and
I like the whole thing, basically. I mean, it'd be even better if just that last, like, I don't know, 40-second thing was out there, but
Mhm.
still
mean-
really, really good.
Yeah, the interludes I'm not really counting as like accounted for the song because they do make it very clear that it's not the same song.
Yeah.
So I'm not counting it in my grading. But I think when it comes to the album rating, it does impact because it's on
Oh
the
yeah,
album.
it does.
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
But hey, before you go trying to make another segue, just remember, I crush segues. You don't.
Damn.
Crush. I'm joking. You do great. You're trying. You're learning.
I know, I'm kidding.
I'm joking. Crush. I think you're the best one to start us off on this one because you know the most about it.
Yeah.
It's the best Dave Matthews song of all time.
Well, we know his
It
number
just
one.
straight up is. It's so. It's
Soul crushing.
it's so sweet yet so cruel at the same time.
What's it about?
It's about a crush.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of what I was
Talks
thinking,
about
too.
drinking a lady or some shit.
Yeah.
Be schloing in his boingy.
Yeah.
I will say, this is a song that I added, I think, on my first true full listen through.
Hmm.
Like, when it wasn't segmented, I think it was my second listen all the way through, like, where I actually listened to the whole album. That was
Yeah.
the first. So it was my first all the way listen through, second actual listen of the
Okay.
album. And I knew from then I would like this song. I didn't know how much more I would like it by listening to it. I think I listened to this song like 5 times, probably.
Okay.
Outside of the album. There are a few songs I did that for. This song, I didn't want to give you the satisfaction of liking it because you're like, oh, it's an objectively perfect song. And I'm like,
No, I never said that.
you said it's a perfect song.
In my opinion, but I never said it was objectively.
This or fuck, what was the favorite song for Fleetwood Mac again?
The Chain.
This or The Chain?
He's gonna give it to this. I feel like.
I'm gonna give it The Chain.
Okay, that's understandable. It's The Chain. It's The
I'm
Chain.
gonna give it to The Chain.
I will say though, I do like the song quite a bit.
Mhm.
I hate to admit that I like it because it gives you satisfaction.
It doesn't give me any satisfaction.
It
Actually.
does.
Okay.
Has mini mangasms.
This
every
song will
time
be
you say
making
it.
a reappearance. I feel later.
Okay.
I really do quite enjoy the song. I enjoy the upside down. I am dancing. Am I dancing? Wait, hold on. Let me just
Right
find
side
the
up
lyrics.
or upside down.
Yeah, that little
Yeah.
part. But I want to actually find the lyrics.
When I was fucking crutching around, when this came on for the first time, as soon as it got to that part, the "Am I right side up or right or
Upside down.
upside down?"
Yeah.
Automatic earworm.
It is
automatic.
really good.
So since the first listen, just yeah.
That part right
yeah,
there.
that part just hits.
Yeah.
It's the best part in the song. It's the catchiest.
Crush fun fact. The violin solo was added a day before they recorded it in the studio.
Really?
Like just live practicing. Is that what they mean?
Yeah, the day before they were going to record it, they were trying something in the studio and they went, "That's great," and they added
All right.
it.
I
the
found
day
the
before.
lyric. I found the lyric. And here I'm dancing on the ground. Am I dancing right side up or upside down?
Mhm.
And is this real or am I dreaming? Lovely lady, let me drink you, please.
Yeah, you'd be drinking.
It's
Solid.
so catchy.
Yeah.
I mean, other than the last part I sang, I mean, it's fine.
It's literally
But,
what
like,
I put. So catchy.
It's incredibly catchy. I think this is like the most traditional
Yes.
of the songs on this album. Like, if I was to tell you to listen to a song,
Well, that or Stay Wasting Time. I'd
Those
probably give it
two.
a Stay.
I would give it to this one.
Okay.
Because this one does a good job of blending both Dave Matthews and traditionalist
Yeah.
rock at the time.
Mhm.
And it's like, if you want someone to listen to it, I give them that because Stay is more traditional overall.
Okay.
But this is like, hey, this is what you're actually getting into.
Yeah.
If you're going to listen to this
Okay,
song.
I was about to say, like, yeah, I think this is really another good example of orchestral jazz rock.
Yeah.
Along with
Yeah.
the Stone and almost every one of these songs. But yeah, Stay is definitely more like less experimentally jazzy and orchestral.
So yeah, The Crush is my favorite song.
Nice.
I love it.
I wonder what his favorite song is going to be.
Now we are moving on to The Dreaming Tree.
This is the only song on the album that actually says Before These Crowded Streets.
Yeah.
It name drops the album, which I think is really cool.
Yep.
Still not a fan of the song.
Wow.
Dang.
I just think it's really meddling. It's very slow.
I understand that. That's
Yeah.
totally a
Mhm.
valid criticism. I still enjoy it. You know what?
I like it a little bit more than I dislike it. Not enough to add it though.
That's understandable. But
I would
you know what it
listen-
gives me?
What?
Fleetwood Mac vibes.
I 100% agree with you.
Really?
Yep.
I felt like if you just strip away the Dave Matthews vocals and then just put Stevie Nicks vocals
Yeah.
on it, Fleetwood Mac song.
Yeah.
Fleetwood Mac song. Like the lyrics are so similar.
I'll agree.
Gave me strong Fleetwood Mac vibes.
I still like this song leagues more than I like Don't Drink the Water in Halloween.
hmm
If you can't tell, I just absolutely
Yeah, we got it.
strongly dislike those songs.
We got it.
Every single chance I'll have taken that dig on them, I will.
Yeah,
Until I listen to them again.
The Dreaming Tree to me, the best way I can describe it is the song feels like it's catching up to Crush. Like it gets like I enjoy Crush way more,
Mhm.
but when I listen to Dreaming Tree, I'm like, dang, they really tried to replicate Crush in a new, different way.
Mm.
Like it kind of feels like it's
It's
sibling.
not as fast as Crush though.
I know it's different, but it also feels very similar to me.
This song does the repetitive thing again.
Yeah.
I think it does it better. If you want a way to do repetitive, I think this is the way to do
I
it.
think you don't
'Cause it
like where
actually
he's.
spaces it out.
I think you don't like when he's repetitive loud. I think you like when he's repetitive softer.
Because it says the dreaming tree has died like 5 times in the song.
Mhm.
But it says other stuff in between it.
Mhm.
It doesn't go, the dreaming tree has died.
Yeah, it just comes back to the dreaming
tree
tree.
has died. The
Yeah.
dre-
It
actually,
updates
like-
you on the Dreaming Tree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it tells you a story as it's dying.
Mhm.
Mm.
Also, one more thing I didn't say with Crush, but it relates to Dreaming Tree. I don't think Crush fits as well where it is placed in the album. I would like to see Crush more near the end, maybe the last song, which then
It's
kind
a
of
strong disagree. I'm gonna go
Really?
a strong disagree for the last song of the album. No, definitely not Crush.
I don't think it should have been.
Okay.
I'll say my. So.
I just feel like it doesn't, because it goes from the Stone to Crush. I feel like it's kind of a rough segue, and I think Crush is such a good song that
Crush
it kind of
is
helps
so, like,
it.
vibrant and like flashy,
Yeah.
and it's like.
I think
It's
maybe
another one of those gut punches.
I think maybe you could have flipped Dreaming Tree and Crush, and I think it would have been
it
better
would have
to
segued
me.
a lot better.
Yeah.
I agree because the Dreaming Tree is more smooth, serene, and calm.
Which is really sad because it's about like a dying tree.
Well,
I mean, I don't know the subtext of this song,
Mhm.
which you probably do, and I'd love to hear it. Again,
do I have it?
I didn't have a lot of time to go and actually listen and study deeply this song. I do feel bad for this song or this album because of that, but life just got in the way. Life happens.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you listen and you're attentive and then you actually write your opinions about it, I don't see an issue.
Well,
Yeah.
I couldn't be.
It's
as
just if you
attentive
want
as
to
I
do the
wanted
extra
to.
mile, just do what Austin Dean did and fucking watch documentaries.
How long was that
and-
documentary, by the way?
22 minutes is on YouTube.
Oh, that's not
Oh,
bad.
interesting.
Shorter than the actual album.
Yeah. It's how insecurity in a new and strange environment can limit the opportunities for integration and participation. So it's about tackles racism,
Damn.
which
Okay.
I'll be honest, I didn't get that completely, but I did
I didn't get it at
understand
all.
about like dreams, people's dreams and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always thought it was like,
Yeah.
your dreams are dying. It's indicated by the dreaming tree.
Yeah.
You know, everything's happening around you. Everything's wow.
Mhm.
Your dreams are slowly dying, and you're
Yep.
getting updates,
Mhm.
like how it's changing, but also dying.
Yep.
Like I said, I like this song.
Mhm.
What's the one that I said I wanted to add?
But you haven't yet.
Hmm? It was the Stone.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like
Stone.
it on the same level as the Stone, a little less.
Okay.
But I would go. I wouldn't be upset if the song's played,
Okay.
like I would with Halloween,
Mhm.
or Don't Drink the Water.
Yeah. Okay.
Gotta go back and listen to Don't Drink the Water though.
Gotcha. You know, I'm thirsty right now, but I'm also quite hungry. What am I quite hungry for, Gio?
Chicken.
Hey, Gio, what's your favorite farm animal?
Probably a cat.
It's not a farm animal.
They're on farms.
Technically. And barn cats.
Okay, what's your favorite livestock animal then?
He's gonna say
Chicken.
cow.
What's your favorite livestock animal?
Pig.
Why a pig? You know
For
they're
the
whiny.
It's for the
Through
segue.
segue.
Okay. I'm just being honest. You want to know what I wrote for pig?
Yep.
Not shit.
Huh?
I don't like it.
You liked it?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't have many thoughts about it.
Yeah.
It's just eh.
Yeah.
It's eh.
Yeah.
I like Dreaming Tree and
It's not a bad.
Stone
It's
more.
not a bad song, but it didn't catch my attention. It either wasn't catchy or instrumentally wasn't pleasing. Like
Mhm.
it's typically what I get from the Dave Mattews songs. Either it's instrumentally like impressive and pleasing, or it's catchy. If it's neither, I probably don't like it. And this one, I don't like.
I have to concur.
Wow.
There wasn't much to enjoy about the song. It was just.
Yep.
I don't want to say it was filler because it obviously wasn't, because every single song was intentionally placed here.
Mhm.
But it is the most filler out of these, I feel like.
Okay.
Actually, I have a similar feeling about another song on this album too, which I'll get to later.
You want to know what Pig is about?
Sure.
It's
It's
about.
about this. Wait, before you say it, it's about this like incredibly serious topic, and it's like terrible that I'm like
No.
shoving it off.
It's about how they're pretending to be nice to people that are like really lazy and won't get off their ass. They're calling them a pig because they're like being nice in like the song, but then they're being like, get up, you fat ass. Like, God, do something. You're hurting this country by not doing stuff. It's basically what the song is about.
Nice.
Yeah. It is a off and on song for me.
It's an added.
It is at the moment, but
You've taken it off before?
I have taken it off twice.
Damn.
Yeah. The first time I liked it, and then it's just been flip flopping from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it looks like overall, it's on the lesser end for sure.
Oh, for sure, without a doubt.
Yeah.
It is.
Definitely.
It's without a doubt on the lower end.
Okay. Yeah.
I think I was a lot angrier when I was reviewing this album, so my thoughts were more decisive
Mm-hmm.
and like hard set,
Mhm.
or not hard set, but like more like brash almost. And I think that will happen with that with my ratings as well.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we've only got one song
Like
left.
with my like overall rating of the album.
Oh yeah. One
So,
song.
Take
then
a break
our
and be
top
right back.
3, and then our ratings when we get back.
That's correct.
And then the new album. Oh, what
I would have much rather you played the spoons back there than
What?
spoons. It's an instrument.
Yeah, I wasn't playing an instrument at all though.
I'm saying I'd much rather. Yeah, I love that y'all like to ruin stuff. It's my favorite thing about y'all.
I'm not doing it.
I would recommend y'all
is?
don't drink the water. We're talking about the spoon now. Or spoon.
Oh, the thing you stir your coffee with.
Yep.
should
I
go
think
with
it's a
butter, man.
fun
Weirdo.
fun ending to the album. It's on my playlist.
It's not.
It definitely doesn't hit me like some of the other top songs. It's definitely like it comes out of average to above average to me. It's been definitely increasing to more above average. That's definitely why it's on my playlist and been that way for a while.
I hope
But
so.
but yeah, I just think it's more of it's a better ending. Like I think it fits better at the bottom than if it was, let's say, like the fifth song.
I'm gonna say, I think this is a really good outro.
Mhm.
This is why I was really strongly disagreeing with you with Crush
Okay.
being here, because even with the like tonal shift with the new song,
Mm-hmm.
it still fits. Like you could take that away and it would still fit, and you can add it and it still fits because one, the instruments to me do sound like he's saying goodbye, and he's quite literally saying like goodbye friend or something like that.
What is
So,
the
it works.
subtext of the song?
I'd have to look it up. I didn't
He
write
like
it down.
spooning.
I have. While he's looking that up,
He's not.
well, what
I will.
Is, I'll just go ahead and say I didn't have any hard feelings about this song either way. I like it more than Pig, but that and Pig are like my most neutral songs on the album probably.
Mhm.
Sounded like
I
Pig was
literally
quite
just-
negative.
It sounded negative, but I don't. It's just.
Okay.
I don't know why these songs they just didn't stick out to me at all.
Okay.
They were just there. Like again, I think this is the album that out of every single album review we've done so far, this album would do good with like another listen or two for me.
Mhm.
Because I just think that I wasn't in a good headspace when I was listening to it the second time when I
Sure.
did my all the way through listen, and the first time it was just so segmented I couldn't form a full opinion on it.
Mhm.
But both times this song just was there. I didn't get mad at it. I didn't get happy at it. Y'all are saying it's a good outro.
I do.
I'll take y'all's word on it. I'll have to go back and listen to that little bit again to like truly have a hard set like I have a hard set like Erger on it. Right now I'm
I
just
would
like,
say you should go back and listen to it. Because I'm going to tell you what the song is about.
oh my gosh.
A description of Christ from the moment he is pinned to the cross through his death and his thoughts as to whether mankind is worth the trouble to return to earth and save the could dad be good God line represents thoughts passing through Christ's mind as he begins to ponder his own existence.
We're not worth it. We're not worth it.
Wait,
the
hold on. This
forgive-
song is about Jesus?
It's about his thoughts while being pinned on the cross.
Bro's about to be a glazer.
No, I'm gonna look at one of the lyrics now.
Look up the could dad be God. That lyric.
Spoon and spoon stirring my coffee.
Somebody also says he was looking for a spoon to stir his coffee.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Blood red sand could dad be God. Crosses cross hung out like a wet rag.
Boom.
Me slowing in his doinky
Forgive
up
you
there.
why you hung me out to dry. Okay, I can see it now a little bit more. Going through reading. Like I said, this is one of the songs I had no hard set feelings for. This is one of two that I only had like no hard set feelings for.
Mhm.
This and Pig, which I think,
Pig.
like I said, I think they were just unfortunate victims of being near the end of the album, and I'm already being burned out
Okay.
because of just how long every single song is.
It's not a long album though.
It's all of our albums have been like anywhere from like 40 minutes to an hour 20
Mhm.
overall.
We've had an hour 20 album before.
No, I'm just saying that's like the general area.
Oh,
it's around.
okay,
Like,
yeah.
within those 40 minutes, it's
Yeah.
always been around there. This is an hour and 7 minutes, I think.
Hour 4 minutes.
Hour
Yeah.
4 minutes. I was close.
It's not very far from the typical hour album.
I know. And I don't know. I think the length hurt the album overall.
Okay.
Like the length of every single song. It's like I said. I think that's due in part to the ending song bits, which make me view this album not as good as I would have.
Yeah.
Overall,
But the songs itself
the songs itself.
are better than what you're going to rate the album, like in general.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
It's a song by song case. This is a very
Well, yeah.
This is a very high low album for me.
Yeah, I just mean like average it out. Yeah. Like if the songs itself, if you had to rate them and put them together, and, divide them by the number compared to the album.
The way I've rated this album is quite a story. I'll talk about it later.
Okay.
So are we doing favorite songs first?
I haven't even said anything
Well,
about
yeah,
this
I'm
one
just
yet.
saying for later.
Wait, what'd you ask?
Are we doing favorite songs first, or album rating overall first?
Favorite song.
Yeah.
Okay. So what were you thinking about Spoon?
So for Spoon, amazing song for the closer. I kind of already said that. Holy shit.
What?
That was one of the tiny bees right on my hand. So similar to the vibe of Dreaming Tree. It's very smooth.
I can see that.
I think it's a beautiful song. The banjo. When it comes
There's
in,
a banjo?
There's
Yes.
a banjo in it.
I don't remember a banjo.
Dude, when it comes in, it's like just adds another like nice, beautiful layer onto the
Like
song.
I said, I like this. Mine is like.
And
buzzing
then
in
the
my head.
woman,
Alison Morissette.
yo, Shawty killed that shit, bro.
She's a very talented songwriter that never got any love, never got popular.
Damn.
I did some research about her because they loved her on the doc.
Yeah, dude, she's great.
She was just never popular, but
That fucking sucks.
her voice is so good.
Yeah,
She's
like
still alive?
She's Canadian. Yeah.
Cause, like that's when
She's 50.
that's when the banjo comes in, right? Like right before she starts singing. So it goes banjo and then the chick's vocals, and I'm like,
Yep.
bro,
Maybe
what
they
a
should
fucking-
add her. Is the band
She
still
is.
active?
Yeah. She's done like more stuff with them, but she's never been like a full-fledged member or anything.
Bring her in, I
But
say.
yeah, like banjo, drum, string, sax, chick's vocals.
Yep.
Dave Mattews vocals. It's so good. So to me, this is probably the best song instrumentally.
Hmm
I will say this about you were mentioning Dave Matthews like voice. I think he has the most diverse voice of a main singer we've heard so far in any of these albums. The most diverse range. Maybe not the best singer that we've seen
Yeah.
on this album, but he has a intense range. Like he can go from being guttural, screaming,
Yeah.
like like that roaring,
Yeah.
to very soft, soothing, like almost charismatic.
But he goes
Liquid
for
gold.
it more. He goes for it than more of the people we've listened to.
That is
Like
true.
he purposely changes his voice throughout these songs.
Yeah.
Compared
Also-
to somebody like Stevie Nicks, who kind of is the same palette.
Yeah.
She's beautiful voice, but
That's
she's
the way-
not different.
She's got a broad sonic palette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is kind of like in a weird place for me to say this, but the intro of Spoon reminded me of a song called "Change of the Guard" by Kamasi Washington. It's off of his I think like 2015 3-hour long
is-
jazz album
It's
called
Kamasi
The Epic.
Washington.
Kamasi, come on, Silas, you should know this, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should know my niche jazz
Yeah,
artist.
you actually should, because he was mentioned in that song, at the beginning of "Not Like Us" that you were singing right before the album.
Oh.
He's literally mentioned as a bar. Keep a horn on me like Kamasi Washington, who was a big I think probably the main saxophone player,
Oh, yeah.
along with Terrace Martin, for Kendrick Lamar's 2015 critically acclaimed album "To Pimp a Butterfly."
That's like your favorite album from him, right?
From Kendrick?
I think it's his best one. I don't know if it's my favorite.
That's
Definitely.
a topic for another time, for another album review.
Yeah.
When we end up doing Kendrick, I'm sure we will
Yeah.
later.
Any final thoughts on any of the songs before we go
actually
to our
are
top
not
three?
doing Kendrick.
Really good. Spoon's really good.
Okay.
Again, the weird odd outro towards the end does not bother me.
Mhm.
It still fits with the feeling of a farewell goodbye.
The interlude, the musical interlude at the end of Spoon, in on stage, like on concert and stuff, that's what I was thinking of, is always played right after the last stop.
What is?
The last.
What's played
yeah.
after the last stop?
The interlude in Spoon. I have no idea why they did it this way, but in real life, they always will play that after they play the last stop.
So
Because it fits really well with that song.
Interesting.
I think I asked you this earlier, but you answered for a different thing. Is the Dave Matthews Band itself still active in making music
Yes,
and such?
they are.
Oh, really? They must be old.
I mean, they were young in like the late '90s, so I mean they're in their like their 50s.
So they're getting up there.
Yeah.
Still great.
You got about 10 good years of them still on tour.
Yeah.
But are they still making new music?
Yes,
Oh.
not as often as they were, because they cracked out like I think it was like 9 albums in 10 years or something like that.
Jeez.
It was crazy.
That's pretty impressive.
Maybe it was 8 albums in 10
I don't know
years.
much about music, but I know that's impressive.
But so yeah, but they don't crank them out as much as they used to. But I think that album come out in 2023. I think I saw that.
So, is that everyone's thoughts about that?
That's all the songs one by one that I have thoughts on.
So, top threes
Top threes.
plus honorable mention for me.
Sure.
I want you guys to go first, actually.
Okay.
Because
I
I
want
feel
you to
like
go first,
mine are
then.
going to be incredibly different from yours.
Probably.
Okay. Number 3, The Dreaming Tree.
Okay.
Yep. I like I said, the song reminds me of Crush in a different way, but it reminds me of Crush.
Yeah.
And I love that. You know, the Dreaming Tree, Crush, Stay Wasting Time. They're kind of all three the most well, not the most similar, but the three like that kind of, not genre, but that kind of palette, that tone.
Yeah.
Those all three kind of share the same tone. Different levels of it, obviously, but they're very similar. And that is why number 2 is Stay Wasting Time, and number 1 is Crush. I like
those.
all three of those songs, and they all are it's very similar.
Yeah, that fits you.
Yeah, but those are the three that I love. All the other songs, except for probably Stone and Spoon, are just average to above average to me. Stone and Spoon I like a lot, and definitely could have competed for number 3, but I just like Dreaming Tree too much. But there's really only 5 songs that I really like off this album.
Would you say those are your runner-ups, Stone and
Yeah, but they're definitely number 3.
Spoon?
Yeah, they're definitely 3. If they're gonna jump in there, they're
Okay.
not 2 or 1.
No, yeah, I would just say like 4th
Yeah.
and 5th place if you had to do.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
All right. So least favorite songs on the album.
Such crowded streets, right, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, such questions. Just to reiterate it, because I want people to know, until I listen to this album again, my least favorite songs on this album are "Don't Drink the Water"
Jesus.
and "Halloween." I don't like how repetitive they are. It's hateful.
I know.
And I'm so sorry, Mr. Matthews, that "Don't Drink the Water" is your favorite, and I just simply don't like it as much as you. Maybe I need to listen to it in your studio.
Well, I mean,
You could
it's more
invite
of
me to your
his,
studio and
like,
I'd
it's a
listen to it
very
there.
opinionated thing. Like, he's real big on, like, the way, like, the brutality against Native Americans.
Or he could
and all
like
that
invite
stuff.
us to a live show and we can listen to it in person.
That would be
And
awesome.
We gotta
and
go to a live show for them.
If
They-
he gives us the option, you want to give us like.
I knew this
tickets?
years ago, but their live shows are some of the, like, critically, some of the best. They're some of the best ever to perform live. They're, like, so fun. Just critics in general, all different genre critics, they all say Dave Matthews is in the top 10 of you gotta go see. Even if you don't like the music, like, they're so fun live.
All right.
Yeah.
So now for my actual top 3, I'll give an honorable mention first to
Okay.
Rapunzel. This was on my top 3 until like 3 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think you know what song replaced it because I said 3 days ago for this song as well. "Stay Wasting Time."
Mhm.
This song, like I said, it was an unfortunate victim of being after "Don't Drink the Water."
Yeah.
But I listened to it on its own. I'm like, oh, it's a banger.
Mm.
It's great. 1 and 2 are so close together that I feel like I can't place one above the other. But just know these are my 1 and 2s.
Okay.
They
But not
flip
in an
every other
order.
day.
But not in
Not
a
in
certain
order.
order. Okay.
The Last Stop and Crush.
Okay.
So Crush is your number 1.
No.
The
Well, are
La-
you
the
saying
Last
that?
Stop
Are
and
you
Crush?
are you saying that because
I'm saying you can't like.
He's saying he can't have Crush or Last Stop above the other one.
Oh, so they're both your number, but they're tied.
Yeah.
Yes, for number 1 and 2.
Now, are you
Okay.
saying that so I'm technically not right about you
No,
two
I just
having
simply,
Crush as y'all's
I
favorite
just simply
song?
love The Last Stop so much.
Mhm.
Like I don't know why. It's earwormed me.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I think y'all heard me the other day when I was singing it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
We did. Definitely.
And there's a part in Crush too that also earworms me. The
Yeah.
I'm dancing
Yeah,
on the
that's
ground.
literally what it
It's
said.
so good. Those songs are so good.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it makes me hate what I have to do to the rest of the album.
Well, you have to wait.
Oh, I get it.
Alright. Austin, you gonna hate me?
I can hate you.
Can I wait real quick? I want to know your least favorite song on the album.
Pig.
Pig is your
Yeah,
least
I
favorite?
felt that was coming.
Yeah, you gonna hate me, Austin.
Can we backtrack real quick? What's your least favorite song? We didn't ask you. I'm so sorry about that.
I mean, I don't have one. It's definitely Halloween for me, but it's not like a
Bad song?
yeah. I can listen to it. I cannot listen to it. There's not like a bad song. I wouldn't describe any of these songs to me
I get
as a
upset when
bad
it comes
song.
on.
But I definitely don't like Halloween.
Alright, my turn. Oh shit. My clock ring. Anyways. So, The Stone is my number 3.
Wow.
Like I said, probably one of the most instrumentally impressive songs on the album. From
I'll
the
agree.
beginning,
Yeah.
with the like super fast strings, and then just when everything else comes in, and then the last minute and a half is just beautiful. So the Stone,
shines during the middle part. He was like, "You'll do the same for me."
even better.
I'll do the same for you.
even better.
Oh,
So the Stone, my number 3.
valid.
Halloween.
Wow.
Halloween is number 2.
But you
It's-
like that music way
I
more
do.
than I do.
I do
that's
enjoy
your,
it a
that's your
lot
vibe.
more.
Yeah.
That's your vibe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
He
understandable.
just goes crazy at the end,
Mhm.
and I fuck with that.
Yeah.
It's like when a fucking jazz musician, like when they just start like fucking up notes on purpose, and then like other jazz musicians are like, "Oh my god, it's so awesome." It's how I feel about it. It's like he just goes crazy, and I'm like, yeah, just keep on going, man. Just keep on going.
Keep on.
It's one of the shorter songs too. It's like 4.5 minutes, I believe. Halloween is, and my number 1,
I said it was Crush. Now I don't think it's Crush.
Crush. What do you think?
What did I say it was? I said it was
I think you said Crush too.
I think I said it was either Pig or Spoon.
Okay, well,
Yeah, I
you
think
know
I
it's
remember
not
that.
Pig.
It's not Pig, so it's a Spoon.
Can I
I
change
will
my
let
answer?
you know something. Oh yeah, sure.
Because I'm not confident anymore.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I'm going to change it to The Last Stop.
Okay. You would have been wrong if we did this album review yesterday.
That means I'm right now.
You are right now. Because I told Austin on the way here, I was like, I wish I had more time because I'm rearranging my things.
Mm-hmm.
It is
Spoon is your
Spoon
favorite?
number 1. I think it is by far the most beautiful
Then
song
I will
on the
definitely go
album.
back and listen to this
And
song
it is an
again.
amazing outro. It was these 3 songs yesterday, but in a different order.
How was it yesterday?
It was Stone, Halloween, and then Spoon.
Mm.
So I flipped Stone and Spoon.
So Spoon's your favorite.
Spoon
Right
is my
now.
favorite now, and then number 2 is Halloween, and then number 3 is the Stone.
Okay.
So
All right. Do you want to start with your overall
hey,
rating then?
you know what? You know what my 4th pick is?
What?
It's Crush.
Nice. So do you want to start with your final rating then, and we'll go to me last, since I think I have the most.
I'm gonna be honest. I want to
Storied.
go last because I feel like actually it's gonna be between me and Austin who has the highest rating.
Oh yeah, it's
Because
definitely gonna be between
It's
y'all.
it's
Mhm.
it's. I think Austin might be a little surprised.
By yours?
Yeah.
Can I go ahead?
No,
and
I'm
predict?
not, because I said that you would like this album when we
So
first...
if I give this a 10, you're not gonna be surprised.
Okay, I
Do
will
it,
be
do
surprised
it.
if you say 10.
Are you gonna give it a 10?
Go ahead, Zos.
We'll
No,
find
no, I
out.
want to hear you first.
Hold
You've
on.
already
No,
lied
no,
into it.
No.
No.
If it's
I'm
really
not-
a 10, that's going to be a fun ending. Okay, my bet for you, by the way, is it's a 5. Go.
You would have been right. First listen. I every single listen, my score changed of this album.
I'm gonna say he gives it a 6.5.
You would also be wrong.
Frick.
Let me get on my notes.
Is Austin closer?
Would you say you were giving it
5.
No.
I'm closer. Okay.
So, here are all my notes. I'll read them out. All of them.
And this is about the album as a whole.
Yes.
Okay.
Great lyricism, too dang repetitive.
Okay.
Overall, great lyrics and musical rhythms, but the repetitiveness of it holds it back, and a lot in my opinion, so I gave it a 5 out of 10. That was first listen. I was angry when I had my first 2 listens. I was still angry my second listen. So upon the third, I give it... So upon the second... I'm going to change this back to a third. So on my second, I gave it a 5.5.
Okay.
Most of these songs would be improved by cutting a minute or two, in my opinion.
But cutting the interludes, you mean? Or just generally cutting the song?
Just cutting
I
the
think he
songs
says
certain
cutting the
spots,
song, yeah.
Wow.
My feelings on these songs improve with each listen. So I'm ending it with a 6. I do like this album more than I dislike it.
Okay.
But, like I said, the songs that I wouldn't go back and listen to this album on its own anymore, even though I do like it,
Mhm.
because I think that the last parts hurt it, and so do those 2 songs I keep mentioning.
Okay.
Mhm. Okay.
But I do like the album, and I think you thought I was gonna hate the album, and at first
No, I didn't.
absolutely
I
hate-
thought you were going to be the average.
yeah,
I thought you were going to be
also
the
be
mean.
like, it's
Well,
like a 6 out of 10.
At first,
Yeah.
I wanted to give it like a 4,
Mhm.
and I was like, I'm not gonna be that mean to this album.
Well,
You can be
it's your
honest.
opinion.
Yeah, I know. But then you're like, oh, he's gonna be spineless.
Well, you are right
You're
now.
improving it.
No, I'm explaining to you why it improved over time.
But you're saying it because that we were jokingly messing with you, that now your opinion has changed to the
No,
positive.
that's not the reason why it changed. I was gonna keep it at a 5. Because there
Okay.
are songs on this album that I did like, and I think it's unfair
Mhm.
to the good songs to rate it so low because of the bad songs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Even if it's like a minority of the songs that I just strongly dislike and wouldn't listen to again.
Mhm.
So now I think you understand. Does it make a little bit more sense why I rate it? Why
Yes.
my ratings improved over time?
Mhm.
And like I said, it could improve even more
Mhm.
if I listen to this album again.
Mark? Better. Beyond that, in case we change our opinions.
It's true.
I'm probably not, but Silas. if he does.
I'm definitely not gonna change my opinion. I think I've listened to it enough now.
Wait, can I predict it?
Go ahead.
An 8.5 or a 9?
I'm gonna give it a 9. I'm gonna predict that you're gonna give it a 9.
Okay. My opinion on the Dave Matthews Band, the album as a whole, I love a lot of the songs. There is a couple of my top 5 favorite Dave Matthews songs on this album, and it definitely does boost it up because those are such good songs. And there's not a song that I dislike in any way. There's songs I wouldn't listen to again, but there's definitely no songs that I dislike.
Mm-hmm.
But the interludes at the end, I'm not a fan of,
It does hurt
and
the
that is a
album.
part of the album. And so, therefore, I struggled because I didn't think I was going to do this. It is a 7.5.
Yes!
Boy genius.
It's a boy genius.
All right.
It's, like I
Although I like Dave Matthews more, simply because those are more of my top tier songs than what was on Boy Genius.
Mhm.
Like I think I said this. Obviously I didn't say it to y'all, but I said it to other people when I was talking about this album.
Okay.
It's like the longness of the songs hurt the songs.
I disagree. I think
and-
the interludes hurt it.
And I count that as part of the length of the song,
I don't, because it's a different song.
but it's still included on the song.
Yeah.
Like I said, a lot of these songs would be improved by cutting those,
Okay.
slicing them off, and it would reduce the overall time of the album by a significant margin, by like 10.
Well, what do you
minutes
do
or
with
so.
songs that are like part 1s and part 2s? Because a lot of times they combine them together into one big song, even
This
though
is
they're
what I feel
different.
like happened with the Last Stop. Last Stop was supposed to be 2 songs. I feel like that's my
I have no idea.
theory. Is
Could
Last
be.
Stop was supposed to be a part 1 and a part 2
Okay.
because it has such a shift in that 3-minute section.
But I'm asking you, do you treat those as 2 different songs, or do
No,
you
I
count them
treat
as
it as
one,
one
even
song.
though they're together? But they're together.
Yeah, they are one song. It is one
Okay,
song.
I got you.
So that's just part of my reasoning. It's part of
All
your
right.
reasoning too.
Yeah, in a different way, but yeah. Yeah.
And I'm going to predict you're giving it a 9 or higher.
I disagree. I think he's giving it. I think he's
Yeah.
gonna
Eight,
get.
9 or lower.
He's
eight-
gonna give it a better grade than I
8.5 or
did.
9.
I think he's gonna give it an
I'll
8.
lock in 8.5
You gotta
or a 9.
choose it. You gotta choose one number.
8.5.
8.
8.5.
8.5.
Wow.
Yes, I'm so good with this. I'm so good at guessing. I should start gambling.
So the interludes didn't hurt the album as much as it did for me and Silas.
Yeah, not really. And also, I think you guys overall enjoyed less of the songs. I feel like kind of because there was a lot of instrumental, which I feel like you guys tend to get bored by. But I'm.
I
so
can.
with
It depends.
Yeah, depends a lot.
I if it's really pretty instrumental, I
Mhm.
love it. It doesn't have to be pretty. It just got to be good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would give this an album. This album an 8.5 out of 10.
Wow.
So-
An album I picked, you have a better rating for. That's funny.
That is crazy.
You have a whole point higher.
I think this is the
Yeah.
most divisive we've been on an album.
This is
Hmm.
like the farthest ratings we've had. I
Yeah,
think.
and I still gave mine like
Wait, hold on. What'd you give the Backseat Lovers again?
You
give
give
it like
it
a 4?
4, maybe
I gave
4
it
and a
a
half.
7.
and I
So
gave it a
3
6.
points away.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave it an 8.5. No,
We're all a
Backseat
point
Lovers
away.
is wider of a range, but
Right, this feels more decisive though.
yeah, it
Mhm.
feels like we're all in different points.
Like we're like strong.
you liked it, but I really liked it,
Mhm.
and Silas was like, "It's alright."
Yeah, I would go back and listen to this album, parts of it again. I
Mhm.
wouldn't listen to the whole album again.
Yeah.
But that being said, I am going to go back and listen to the whole album again because I said I would.
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
I don't know when that's going to be, but it's going to happen.
Yeah. All right.
These streets are so crowded.
Quite crowded. Now that we've finished before these crowded streets.
But
Now,
before we discuss that any further, I think Gio has.
yeah, I have a thing called the next album we're gonna be doing. Fucking finally.
In the
your
real
third.
world, it's been
It's
what,
been
over
almost
a year?
Almost a year.
since we've done the first review on the album that I chose, which
Mhm.
was the Black Country New Road album.
Great album, by the way.
And yeah, I totally understand what you mean. Incredible similarities between Black Country New Roads, stylistic songs, how they, style it, and
Yeah.
the Dave Matthews for sure.
They're
I definitely
very-
agree.
They're both very creative bands
Yeah.
and definitely sound different.
They're
than
very
mo-
experimental.
Yes.
Yeah. And they're both like the jazz rock as
Yeah.
well. So for me,
It's another Black Country New Road song.
no. We're going to do I Didn't Mean to Haunt You by Quadeca. It's probably like an hour.
Okay.
I know it's not over like an hour and 4 minutes. Pretty sure it's like an hour and 1 minute. I think it's like 10 songs. It's folktronic is essentially
57.
what it is. 57. So it's not
It's
an hour
11
yet.
songs.
11 songs.
Are
yeah.
they all long?
Decently. Yeah, I mean they're not nearly as long as
All
Dave
right, good,
Matthews,
good.
right? But like,
What's the name of the song again? I didn't
I didn't mean to haunt you.
mean to haunt you.
Who is? Can you give us a little background info on Quad Decker real quick?
Yeah. So he actually used to be a FIFA YouTuber, like did YouTube videos over FIFA, and then became a rapper,
Mhm.
and then transitioned from being a rapper to like a straight up full on musician. He's had
So
like
this
a.
isn't rap.
This is not rap. This is folktronic, so a mix
Okay.
between folk and electronic music.
Okay.
So yeah, this is the album that we're going to be listening to. It's introspective, moody, incredibly euphoric, and like grandiose. And you guys will see all that as you listen to
Ooh,
it.
Now you got me excited.
So, I mean, this is an album that I really enjoyed, and it came out like October 2022 because
Okay.
it came out when I was depressed. So
Nice. Freshman year.
yeah, so I listened to this album a lot. So I'm quite excited. I really struggled between this album by Quadeca or his new one that got released like March 2024. I couldn't figure out which one to choose, but I ended up on this one because
Okay.
I think you guys wouldn't like the experimentality and abstractness of the other one. This one wouldn't. You'd hate it.
I mean,
I
That
went
shouldn't
a long
deter you.
time.
That's why I went with this one because it's like more of a
Set.
general tone and more structured of songs.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
This is something new for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Something new for you too.
yes, it is.
Mr. Country Ball.
That's not. Well, I
Not
don't,
wrong.
I don't really.
Not
Like,
wrong.
I don't even like Zach Bryan. I do kind of like White. Anyway.
Leonard Skinner.
I do like Leonard Skinner. Anyway, that is the Foodies soundbite of the Dave Mattews Band, These Crowded Streets.
Before these crowded streets.
Before These Crowded Streets. It's my album that I got the name wrong. We will see you on the next video.
Peace.
see.